Hey everybody, Nick Licameli here. We got a different background today because Harry, my cat, has taken my seat. And I just don't feel like picking him up and taking him off because he looks so comfortable. And if someone came up to my bed when I was sleeping in it and tipped it over and knocked me off so they could sit on my bed, I wouldn't be a happy camper. So we're letting him stay on my chair today. And we got a little bit different background. But today we're talking about something that is often said when talking about natural bodybuilding, and it's the fact that natural bodybuilders, when competing and when dieting down for a competition, tend to look like they don't lift or look very skinny in clothes, but then when they step on stage, they look completely different. And I have a problem with this because I don't understand why this is even a thing. So if you're a natural bodybuilder, and this is what you've chosen to do when you're in it for the long term, your body cannot be seen as an accessory. Your body is a tool. Your body is a tool for your craft, a tool for your sport. Now this is if you're a natural bodybuilder and in it for the long term. Not if you just go to step on stage because you want to get a couple pictures of yourself in fake tanner and prove to an ex that you can do it. If you're in this for the long term, your body cannot be viewed as an accessory. Okay, so for me, I'm not concerned with what my body looks like going to the beach in the summer or what my body looks like in clothes. My body isn't an accessory. I don't look at it like that. I don't do what I do so I look quote unquote good, by society's measures, or because I want to impress anyone. That may all happen, but that's just a byproduct of me working at my craft. And that means being comfortable putting on some body fat in the off season, and that means being comfortable looking a certain way in clothes close to a competition. Think about this. A NASCAR driver isn't concerned with what the race car looks like while driving down a side street in a suburb. Even though most people out there buy cars for that very reason. But the NASCAR driver has a different purpose for his or her car. They are using that car for their craft and for their sport. So they view it differently. The car is not an accessory to them, it is a tool. Just like how most people, and I'm overgeneralizing of course, but most people work out and lift weights and eat a certain way to look good in clothes, to look good for going out on the weekend, or to look good on the beach. And I'm not saying it's bad to buy a car so it looks good. That's completely fine. Just like I'm not saying there's anything wrong with working out and eating right to look good. That's fine. But we have to make sure that if our sport is bodybuilding, we don't view our bodies as accessories. He or she is not concerned with the fact that it doesn't look quite as luxurious or aesthetically pleasing as that Mercedes or that BMW that's driving down the street or the Tesla, right? Because that's not what that car's purpose is. The car's purpose is not to look pleasing to people in a suburb as they're driving down a street. That's not the race car's job, and it's not its purpose. Its purpose is to drive as fast as possible around that track on competition day. And that's the same thing with bodybuilding. So it doesn't matter, to me anyway, what I look like in clothes coming up to a competition. If I look like I don't lift, if I look very skinny, if I look like I'm sick, that's okay to me because that's not my purpose. My body's purpose is to compete in that competition, not to look aesthetically pleasing in my work clothes. And just how not everybody understands NASCAR, not everyone's going to understand how we can be okay with putting on body fat in the off season, and we can be okay with looking like we don't work out while we're training for a competition. Not everyone is going to understand how someone like a bodybuilder who puts so much time and effort into the way that they look can actually not care too much about the way that they look outside of their sport. So keep that in mind. If you are a natural bodybuilder and you're in it for the long term, Don't worry about that stuff. Don't worry about what you look like in your clothes, or don't worry if you're in the off season you're putting on body fat. That's all. It's all just part of the game. It's part of the craft. Okay, your body's not an accessory. It's a tool for your sport. Just like that race car's purpose is not to look pleasing to people driving down a side street. Its purpose is to race around that track on competition day. So I hope this helps. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you want, and we'll see you next time.